All right, now let's do this example. In this example, we're going to use transformations. Okay, so again, just understanding how the basic log function works, right? So if we just look at y equals log base 2 of x, right? And so again, we're looking at exponents, right? So again, we could write this as 2 to the y equals x, and then just kind of look at it backwards. So we're looking at powers of 2, right? And what that does for x. So if we're looking at powers of 2, then for the y value, right? So if we're looking at 2, if y is 0, x is 1. So when x is 1, y is 0. When y is 1, x is 2. So that means when x is 2, y is 1. Right? So we also know it goes through those 3 points, right? So it's going to go through 0, 1. Or excuse me, it's, 1, 0. So it's going to go through 1, 0, b, comma 1. So it's going to go through 2, 1, which we already have. We already plotted that one. And then it's also going to go through what? It's going to go through 1 over b, comma negative 1. All right, so at negative, so that's going to be 1/2. So at x equals negative 1/2, it'll be negative 1. So right about here. Okay, so we know, now if we want to plot another one, we could. So like for example, if y is 2, oh, where we got, no, if y is 2, then x is 4. So when x is 4, y is 2. Okay, and then when y is 3, x is 8. So we can actually plot that one on here. So, right? So, but here's the thing. This is the basic function, right? So we know what it looks like. So, but let's do this. So let's use transformations. And so we know this is going to go through right here. This is going to go through 1 comma 0, 1 over 2 comma negative 1, and 2 comma 1. Okay, just from our properties. And so now we know that this is going to be a transformation, right? So it's what? It's going to be 2 units down, 3 units to the left. So that means our asymptote, right? Our vertical asymptote at x equals 0 is also going to be moving 3 units to the left. So that means our asymptote is going to be a negative 3 now. So let's draw that, okay? So now our 3 points are also going to be moving as well. So these 3 points are going to be moving 3 units to the left, which means we're going to subtract 3 from each of the x values. So that's going to go to negative 2. 1/2 is going to go to that was 1/2, right? Yeah. So 1/2. So this is 1 comma 0. So that's going to, so 1/2 is going to go to negative 2.5. And then this value here is going to go to negative 1. Okay. Now we're going to go 2 units down. So that means we're going to subtract 2 from each of the y values. So that's going to be negative 2. This is going to be negative 3, and this is going to be negative 1. Okay? So now all we have to do is plot those 3 points. So negative 2, 2. So negative 2, 2 is negative 2, negative 2. So negative 2, negative 2 is right about there. And then negative 2.5, negative 3. So negative 2.5 to negative 3, right about there. And then what? Negative 1, negative 1. So negative 1 is right about there. All right? So now, all we're going to do now is sketch the graph. All right, that's it. So as long as you know where those 3 points end up, you just sketch the graph, right? And just make sure you move the vertical asymptote as necessary.